Something that you are going to be able to watch in theaters on July 30th, but also on Disney Plus Premier Access is Jungle Cruise, and I've got a review for you right now. Last night, I was able to watch Emily Blunt and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson kick some serious butt in this, period adventure film, which absolutely evokes Indiana Jones. And it's a great connection to a theme park attraction that my family and I have had a lot of fun visiting whenever we've gone to Disneyland. It's a very cheesy ride where, I don't know if you have been to this Disneyland ride, and I encourage you to go there because this is another one of these blockbuster movies that's based on a theme park attraction. Go figure. We live in a weird reality, don't we? But the theme park ride is kind of cheesy because you get a tour guide that's got all of these puns and witticisms and quotes about what we're seeing as we're cruising around inside the boat. And what I loved about this movie right from the start is that The Rock, Dwayne Johnson's character, is one of these tour guides, and he's got all of these different connections to things that are going on, and it's all a little bit cheeseball, and it's all a little fake and phony, but he scares the tourists, and I just thought that was hilarious because he's trying to, get as much money from them as possible. He's also indebted to a local kind of boat baron in this Amazonian village that he lives in, who keeps giving him money to augment his boat, and eventually says he calls in the chips and steals his key. And then what we see is that Emily Blunt's character has been on the run for, or on the hunt for, a specific and very powerful ancient medicine. And so she goes to the Amazon to try to find it, and she hooks up with this incredible captain. And I just thought that the two of them have such fantastic chemistry. And what was interesting about this movie is that it's not just the one element that they're showing you. It's not just the ride. This is also the studio that brought out the Pirates of the Caribbean. And so there is this, cool over-the-top action with explosions and lots of daring do and people swinging on vines and stuff like that. But there's also an element of fantasy in here because, they clearly learned a lot about the beats in the Pirates of the Caribbean film. So we also get some fantastical creations and some really kind of cool looking CG with characters that are kind of half there and half not there, and they're kind of intertwined with the jungle. And then some exquisite stunt sequences like this that are obviously CG enhanced, but it looks like the boat is going to go over the water. What I can tell you is that it all kind of coalesced and it worked really well. It's a very fun film. It's a little bit intense and violent. I watched it with my 9-year-old daughter. She was beside me, and she felt a little bit frightened in a few places, but also incredibly entertained. And she said today that was a great movie that we watched. And I kind of felt the same. And she's already seen Raiders of the Lost Ark. We've already gone through that. So she had, the Indiana Jones kind of comparative to kind of connect the two. And I'm not going to say that this is as good as an Indiana Jones film. I mean, it takes so many lessons from so much cinema, not just the indie movies, but all of the serial films that we've seen before, plus, what Disney has learned from Pirates of the Caribbean. A lot of stuff that was, obviously more original when, those movies kind of hit the big screen initially. But it utilizes those influences in some pretty clever ways. And Emily Blunt and Dwayne Johnson have great chemistry together. They're just a lot of fun. They're clearly having a very good time with it. And it was just a joy to watch them. And also a lot of the supporting characters, Paul Giamatti's over the top and kind of mustache twirly. I don't remember the actor that plays Emily Blunt's brother, but he's fantastic in this movie as well. And he's a guy that is completely a fish out of water in the Amazon. I encourage you guys to check this out, whether you take the chance and go and hop out and go and see it in the theater, or if you pick this up as a Premier Access picture, you got to rent it for the weekend with Disney Plus. I think you're going to be entertained, but definitely see this with more than just yourself. I think you want to share this one. I think it is pretty much family friendly. I think 9 and up, you're doing fine with it. But I really enjoyed Disney's Jungle Cruise. Even a lot more. I expected that it would be a nice big spectacle, but I got more entertainment value out of it than I was expecting. It is a lot of fun. So I'm going to give the Jungle Cruise an 8.5 out of 10.